I want to know how you transformed into the opportunity to perform on cruise ships. I wanted to get into that a little bit.
My agent was like, hey, do you want to do, some cruise ships? And I was like, no, absolutely not. Because the only thing I could think of was the fact that so many of my comedian friends were trapped on cruise ships during the lockdown.
Right. Oh my God.
True.
Yeah.
I'm claustrophobic. This wouldn't work, blah, blah, blah. And then he just was like, okay, well, do you want to just try one? See if you got some sea legs or whatever. Okay, let's just do one. But listen, agents don't hear that. He's like, I got her. So they say, it was like 3.
Yeah. They said, did you say 1 or 100? I think it said 100. You know what I mean?
She was just missing some zeros. It's a typo.
Yeah.
Exactly. So once I did it the first time, I was like, this is nice.
How long were you on the cruise ship? Was it like a long contract or short? I know a lot of comedians will do the 2 sets, and it'll be the clean set for the earlier time slot and then the adult set for the later time slot. Were they having you perform every night?
It was 3 comedians on board, and we had a comedy club. And so one was at 7 and another guy was at 9. And then the next day I was at 7 and then another guy, the 7 guy, was at 9. Yeah.
Well, and how long is your set? How long do you have to perform?
On Norwegian, 45 minutes.
I have to ask you this because as a performer, I know from even a musician standpoint, the difference between the land and the sea gigs have to be different because you're getting such a different audience. The audience that that's coming to the clubs are generally coming to see you or the acts that are on the bill. But in a cruise ship, you're getting such a wide variety.
I love it because I always tell comedians and entertainers, when you do cruise ships, you have to understand they're not there to see you. You are an extension of what the cruise line is offering them as an option. Hear me out.
Right.
Option. Yes, somebody might walk out in 20 minutes because they got to go scuba diving or whatever they got to go do. You know what I mean? It's not
true. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so many comedians will be like, hey, where are you going? Like the standard comedy club behavior. It's a lot of adjusting because you have to really take your comedy club instincts. The comedy club mentality doesn't work because it's always an instinct to, shut down a heckler. But listen, that heckler might have spent $10,000 on that villa.
Yeah, that townhouse,
Right. And I guarantee you, cruise line have to choose between them and you're off at the next port. You understand?
Exactly.
So when those things happen, I'm more kinder. I'm more inclusive of those people. So some comedians, they tend to come into this as like with the club mentality of like rules and order. You yell out in the club, the bouncer come get you escort. That's not how it goes in cruise ship life.